tell me in like 2 seconds, man, are you recording this call? Yeah, I'm recording the call. All right, what's good, family? Hello, happy Sunday. I feel blessed. I feel grateful. I feel thankful that I got to hear the end of that call. Big Boss was absolutely going in and giving you guys mad value. And the whole time he was talking, I was looking at him speak and I was just thinking, man, when I got started, I thought he was a chairman the entire time because this man was walking and talking like a chairman. Sorry, I got to make sure. Oh, I got to spotlight my video. I got you. Thanks, y'all. All right, everybody can see me? Cool, everybody can see me? Y'all were just hearing my voice. Nobody could see me, but everybody's good now? All right, bet. All right, I feed off energy. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Mandy Rose. I'm a 25-year-old entrepreneur, and I won't go too far into my story, but I will tell you guys that this has changed my life. And when I first got started, I had a lot of self-doubt, and I was doing some reflecting the other day, and I was asking myself, what helped me get to P5 and what held me back? And one thing that really helped me is my belief. And one thing that really held me back was my belief. So drop a 7 in this chat if this academy, this opportunity has changed your life and is giving you more than just money. Drop a 7 in the chat if this is giving you more than just money, you guys. Because when I came into this, all I was thinking about was money, myself, my bank account, my future. And don't get me wrong, that's what all of us should be doing, is thinking about our bank account, our future, ourselves. But also when I came into this, I started to feel this fulfillment of helping others, this fulfillment of, being able to wake up and be positive, because I was raised so negatively. I come from very humble beginnings, you guys. For anybody who hasn't heard my story, I grew up in and out of foster homes. I grew up in and out of different homes, apartments. I was living in a car at one point. And when I was young, I really didn't understand how important it was to really set yourself up financially. I didn't know about creating multiple sources of income. I didn't realize that I was listening to people who didn't have the success that I want. And when I came into this business, I realized that I needed to give things up in order to go up. I had to give up that negative mindset. We talk about breaking generational curses, and most people just automatically think about financial curses, guys. But a lot of you guys that are on this call, you gotta break more than just a generational curse of finances. You gotta break a curse of negativity, a curse of lack of belief, of opportunity. Right? How many of you guys were raised to think, that's too good to be true? Drop a 1. Drop a 1 in the chat if someone, when you were growing up, told you that's too good to be true. It's a mindset. So I met a guy, he's a C10 in the business. His name's C. John. For those of you guys that know him as Big Faith. And he was up there talking, and he kept saying, it's easy. And I pulled him to the side after, and I said, yo, when I first came into this business, everybody told me not to say the word easy. They told me to say the word simple. Can you explain why you use the word easy? And he said, because it's a mindset. That when you go into this opportunity and you look at P150 and you go, oh, P150, that's easy. Chairman 10, that's easy. It's a mindset. Now, is it going to be easy? No. But if you train yourself to believe that it is, then it will be, right? When I came into this business, my biggest thing that I lacked was belief in myself, because I've never been someone that's good with numbers or graphs or charts or analytical. You put a picture in front of me, I could paint it. You put some words in front of me, I could write you a story, but graphs, right? I don't know about that. But the moment that I started to believe in myself, I started to realize that I was a savage in this business, not just on the charts, not just with my mindset, not just with building up people, but with the entire business. Yo, everybody type the word savage in the chat. Type the word savage in the chat. Christopher Terry, right? He makes us all go, oh, I am a savage. And I be laughing because I'm like, yo, Christopher Terry, I'm a savage too, bro. Like, yo, if you're a savage, keep dropping the word savage in the chat, right? You got to move and walk and talk like a savage in this business. If y'all are not hungry, but y'all are starving, type a 1 in the chat. If you're starving, if y'all are starving for success, type a 1 in the chat. If you are starving for success, okay. Y'all starving. Who wants to eat though? Who wants to eat? Yo, the information that I'm about to show you, I really sat down. I actually put this presentation together for MK and his group NWA, Never Work Again. And I did it on their call, Morning Mindset. I wanted to test it out, right? I wanted to see what's good before I put it in front of, hundreds of people. But we had 100 on the call. So some of you guys, if you saw this the other day, welcome back. I'm about to give you something different. It might be the same, but it's different. This is my second time doing this specific presentation. And I go hard on my presentations because I'm a visual learner, right? So I really want you guys to know that we're about to go into really the keys in this business that are going to take you to wherever it is you are, to wherever it is you want to go. When I came into this business, I just came to invest. I didn't even know there was a marketing side involved. I came to learn Forex. And then it became so much bigger than me. And I realized the power that I had to really impact other people's lives and change other people's lives. Shout out to Alyssa Lozano, right? Shout out to Alyssa Lozano, just pop P1. Shout out to Karen, right? To Karen Garcia, just pop P2. Shout out to Eric, just pop P1. Shout out to Cody, just pop P2. Shout out to everybody in my organization that is going crazy. But more than that, shout out to all of you guys for the momentum that you're creating and for honestly just showing up. Because if you want to go up, you got to show up. If you're taking notes right now, that's one thing I really learned is that the people that want to go up, they got to show up. And I learned this from my mentors because my mentors always showed up for me. Shout out to John Guaman. Shout out to Kiani McGee. Shout out to Cruiser and Leanne Denoso. Shout out to my mentors because they were always showing up. CJ Garman, always showing up for me. And I realized that I had to show up for myself. So shout out to you guys for being on this call today because you showed up for yourself. And a lot of you guys that are on this call, you're wishing 3 or 4 people that are on your team were on this call. Yeah, shout out to your mentor for plugging you in. Just everybody text your mentor right now. Put shout out to you. Just text your mentor. Shout out to you because your mentor plugged you in to the best opportunity in the world. They plugged you into the best community in the world. And you guys are on this call right now to better yourself, learning about how to, okay. Look, yo, he put, it's 3 a.m. here in Europe, and this is not to be missed. Yo, you are a savage. Shout out to you guys, honestly. Shout out to you guys. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how to be a savage in this business. I want everybody, no matter if you're a nice girl, nice guy, whatever, you gotta unleash the inner savage in you. And shout out to all the men on this call. I think it's really silly when men don't hop on this call because it says LBD ladies call. Well, you think a woman can't teach you something? Sheesh. Oh, come on. I think it's mad funny when there's not men on these calls. But I see hella men on this call today, so I'm excited. We got 181 on the call. I can guarantee you someone from your team needs to hear this stuff. So make sure you keep sending this link out. Let's break 200. Let's break 250. Let's break records, and let's really get this information and make sure everybody's tapped in. I see you. I see you guys in the chat. I see you guys tapped in. So I'm going to break down every letter in the word savage. And every letter is a skill. Every letter is something that you can work on and you could really work with to get to that next level, right? If you guys are ready for that next level, write next level in the chat. If you are ready to break that next level, write next level in the chat. The thing about these ranks is a lot of people look at it as monetary gains. A lot of people are like, man, these P5000, how do those P5000 checks feel? Yo, I haven't even pulled them out of my pay quicker. To be real with you, I got two of them just sitting in there right now. Why? Because it wasn't about the money. Of course I need the money. I could utilize the money. Some of y'all are like, give me the money, sis. But it's more the level. It's breaking that next level. It's accomplishing that new level. Some of you guys, you want to get to P150 because you want the 150, but others, you just want to hit that level, right? So we're here. I'm here to show you guys how to get to that next level, okay? That next level. So let's talk about it. Let's get straight to it. Number one, the first thing is the S, strength. You got to be mentally tough. You got to be mentally strong for this business. Only the strong will survive. Now, it doesn't mean you need to be this hard ass. It doesn't mean that you can't have moments of weakness because we all go through something. In fact, I'm going through something right now. But none of you guys would know that because I don't get on my calls and tell my team I'm going through something. I don't get on my calls and tell my team that I feel weak or I feel sad or I feel like I'm hurting or I feel, depressed or I feel angry or whatever it is that I'm feeling, whatever emotion it is that you're feeling right now. Leaders are strong, right? Now, that doesn't mean you can't break, but it means that when you do fall down, because you will, take it in for a second, you feel it, and then pick yourself back up, remind yourself of who the fuck you are, and you keep going. Now, Les Brown says, when you fall down and you're at your lowest point and you feel like you can't get up, if you look up, you could get up. And that's the most beautiful thing about life is every single day we can change. So if you've gone through something where you've made a mistake, or if you've gone through something where you feel like it's the end and you feel like you can't keep going and you feel like you just got to stop, you got to take a moment and realize that if you're in your weakest moment, you need to get ready because you're in your strongest hour. Type a 8 in the chat. Type a 8 in the chat if you're going through something right now. Type a 8 in the chat if you're going through something that you don't talk about. Yo, and watch all those 8 drops and realize that you're not alone. This business really will show you how to put that fear and that weakness and put it into something that matters. Yo, I came into this business and I lost more in like the first month or two than I had ever lost in my life. People that I really needed, people that I love, people that were there for me for years, and I lost them because of this business. And it was okay because I had to be mentally strong to keep going. You got to be stronger than your excuses. Yeah, I was sad. Yeah, I was tired. Yeah, I was sick. Yeah, I'm exhausted, but I had to keep going. You got to be stronger than your excuses. If you can be stronger than your excuses in this business, you will go chairman. But you got to believe. You got to have the mental strength to believe that you can do it. Right? And a lot of us, I mean, me included, this is a weakness of mine. I used to worry about what people thought, what people said, what people were gonna judge me by, what they would see on my social media. Was this good enough? How did this make them feel? Nah, fuck that. I'm at a point where, I could post 20 times and y'all could think it's for you, but it's for me. It's for me. Everything that I post is for me. And I used to have someone in my life that used to tell me, why you always posting stuff like that? Like if you want attention. It wasn't even about attention. It was about making me feel good. You got to make you feel good at the end of the day. You wouldn't worry so much about what other people think of you if you realize how seldomly they do, how seldomly they work, how seldomly they get in their bag. You wouldn't worry so much about those people that are judging you and telling you that this ain't going to work if you realize they're just laying around and they ain't doing shit all day long. You wouldn't worry so much about them if you realize that. So realize that. Realize that they're watching you. They see you. They see what you're doing. They see when you're grinding. They see when they've discouraged you to stop posting, to stop letting them know what you're doing. Look, everybody that's successful in this world, every chairman that's successful in this organization, they have fear. They have doubts. They have worries. They're human. They just don't let those feelings stop them. That's what I learned. Yo, I used to like lurk Anne's page for hours trying to find strength in telling my own story because I saw how vulnerable she was. And I always used to think vulnerability was a weakness. I used to think that telling people that I was hurting or telling people that I was having a hard time was a weakness. I lost my father and I didn't talk about it for years. And people used to wonder if I was okay or if I was dying inside. And then I came into this business and I started watching all of Leanne's videos and her reels. Shout out to my mentor, right? Because she really taught me how to find strength in my weakness. And I posted a video on my Instagram talking through how my dad died. And it was the most viewed and the most liked and the most responses I had ever got to a video because other people needed to hear my story and see me being vulnerable and see me in my weakest moment so that they could get ready for their strongest hour. So I tell you guys right now, I'm telling you guys right now that you can have anything that you want if you're willing to give up the belief that you can't have it. You can have chairman if you stop believing that you're not ready. You can have that 6-figure trading account if you stop being scared and go for it. You can have anything that you want if you're willing to give up that belief that you can't have it. So everybody type the word strength. Type the word strength in the chat. Type the word strength in the chat. Type the word strength in the chat. Now, I'm taking a moment to let you guys know that those words going through the chat, they're not just words. Though that strength is going to reflect, and now it's going to go to you. So those of you that dropped 8s in the chats and you feel weak and you feel like you didn't have something that you needed before this call just gave you strength. So now you have just become stronger. And you won't worry about other people. You won't worry about that fear, that doubt, that worry, because you're not going to let that feeling stop you. You're going to keep going. Okay. So S, strength. Next. A, action over everything. Action over everything. You got to take massive action. We dream, we wish, we wonder, but how many of us plan? How many of us plan? Alyssa just hit P1K and just texted me 20, 30 minutes ago, and she said, I love this girl. I love this girl. She said, hey, Mandy, I emailed you my P2K rough draft. She said, we ready for the next level, sis. She's ready to take action, massive action. She has this tunnel vision, this laser focus for all out massive action, because Platinum 1000 was just a level that she needed to reach so she could get to the next level. And whatever level that you're trying to hit, that's not your final destination. Look, a P150, a chairman is a P150 that never quit. A P150 is a chairman in the making. So if you're at P150 and it seems far and it seems out of reach, you got to relax. You got to go on your journey. You got to take the action that those people took to get to that role. Yo, I came into this business and I remember hitting P150 and going, I'm a chairman. If you believe you're a chairman, right? I'm a chairman in the chat. I hit P600 and everybody, congrats on P600. I'm a chairman. Now, don't get me wrong. I was grateful for every level. I was grateful for P150. I was grateful for P600. I was super grateful for P1000. I remember my mentors calling me and jumping up and down, and they were so excited. I was grateful for P2000. Oh my God, I was so grateful for P5000, but I'm a chairman, right? So you got to take that massive action to get to that level so you can hit that next level, right? That you're looking for. I love you, baby. Sorry. Everybody say hi, Bailey. I'm just kidding. Oh my God. So I need every single person to take massive action to keep that tunnel vision, that laser focus. Now, the individual who puts effort towards the income producing activities every single day is the individual that gets the results they're looking for faster. Now, if you don't know what income producing activities are, this is you inviting, this is you presenting, this is you showing the plan, this is you trading, this is you doing something that's going to get you closer to your goals. Talking about getting to chairman doesn't get you to chairman. Your calendar is literally your boss. I don't even know where my calendar is, but I was going to show it to y'all. Bailey, will you hand me my calendar? It's right over there. Yeah, we a hot mess here, but that's all right. I bet. So my calendar is my boss. Now, right now, I'm on the road. So it's a little bit light, right? This is my schedule. This is what it looks like when I'm on the road. Now, some of y'all, that's a full day, right? And when people get to the next rank, I think some people always wonder, like, oh, is that person even putting in the work like that? Like, you know, like, how is that person like getting there? So this is my last week. So this is this week, right? Sunday's right here. Once again, I've been on the road, so it's a little bit crazy. Now, this is last week when I was at my house. I scheduled every single thing in my life. I scheduled calls. I scheduled food. I scheduled time with my friends. See, it says party. Shout out to Nikki, Cody, and Eric. We deserved a night, right? It says Liddy Committee Unite on my calendar. Yo, I scheduled my morning routine. I scheduled the gym. I scheduled calling to redo my insurance. I scheduled buying a new bed. I scheduled talking to people, game planning with people. I scheduled studying. Your calendar is your boss. And if you're not taking action on the regular, then you're probably not getting closer to your goals. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to become a psychopath, even though I'd encourage you to. It just means that you gotta know where you're going. You don't get in the car and not know how to get to your destination. You have directions. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Shout out to Yoni in the chat. You got to move with intention. Shout out to Francis in the chat. I love it when people come on my calls and give value in the comments. Because I'm like, I should be taking notes. Right? I'm a student. I got to be taking notes. I learn from you guys on a daily basis. I learn from people in this business on a daily basis. And one thing that I've learned from studying Matthew Cruiser and Leanne Donoso and John Guaman and, being around Kiani McGee is like, these people, they work, they take action for their goals on a daily basis. So take action. Yeah, if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. Yay, I always say that. That's fire. That's fire. So first letter is strength. Second one is action. Everybody type the word action in the chat. Type the word action in the chat. You take action, you get momentum. We are momentum creators. We don't wait for momentum to come to us. We go and we create momentum where action wouldn't have been before. You guys are going to go into this business and create action. That's fire. All right. The V in S.A.V.A.G.E, it stands for vision, vision for the future. Now, your vision, I heard John say this once and I became it. He said, you got to be a delusional optimist in this business. Now, what he meant by that is that you have to see it before you have it. And if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand, but you have to believe that you have it. Goodbye, Abigail. Love you. Someone said, can you go back, please? I can go back for a second, okay? So just take a screenshot if you needed that. Someone said, if you could go back, I'm gonna move forward though, okay? All right, vision. So vision is your ability, right, to plan the future with imagination or wisdom. So let's take a moment, everybody that's on this call, I want you to close your eyes. And just for a second, right? I know some of you guys are like, close my eyes. What? Yeah, you're gonna close your eyes just for a second. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to see yourself at that next level that you're trying to reach. I want you to see yourself in that car that you've been dreaming of. I want you to see yourself in those shoes with that bag or with that outfit or with that chain or that watch or whatever it is that you have been dreaming of. I want you to see yourself driving in your dream car with your dream clothes on, going to your mom's new house that you just bought her. And I want you to see yourself being so grateful that you're giving back to everybody you love and everybody that didn't believe in you. You're not mocking them for not believing you, but instead you're bringing them in with open arms because now they see the vision too. And I want you to see that for yourself. And I want you to go after whatever version that you just saw as hard as you can by taking action and keep that vision with you every single day. And now I want you to open your eyes. And I want you to write in the chat, it's already done. Write in the chat, it's already done. Whatever version that you just saw when your eyes were closed, that person isn't just a made up thing. That's you. Time just hasn't caught up yet. It's already done. You've already attained it. You've already claimed it. It's coming to you. It's already done, guys. You have to have a goal, right? Your goal is Chairman 10. But what is your plan? Your goal is to get your mom, to retire your mom. But what is your plan? You got to have a goal, but you got to have a plan. So you got to be really specific about what your plan is. And that imagination that you just used, don't stop using that. Visualize that same person every single day. Visualize that same person every single day, because people will follow the people who know who they are and know where they're going. People will follow you when you're certain. You guys ever been in the car with someone and nobody knows the directions and then they go, which way? And then you go to the right. And then you guys go to the right and you're supposed to go to the left, but everybody listened to you because you were certain, because you knew where you were going, even when you did it. Shout out to anybody on this call that's ever been in the car with me. I am the queen of getting people lost, but it's all right. That extra turn, we're supposed to take that. CJ says sorry because he's done that. And it works out. Yeah, I did it on the way here. Sorry. But I was certain. Nobody questioned me until they saw me get on the freeway the opposite way. Mandy, what's going on? Nothing. Don't worry about it. So you got to be so sure about where you are, where you're going, that people will follow. Because people want to follow people who know what they're doing. So you got to cast this vision for your team, for yourself. And even if you don't have a team right now, at the end of the day, you're a leader because you got to lead yourself. Sometimes your team can't see it. You know, I have had people that I've worked with for a long time, and not only in this business, in any business, and they can't see it. And I've told them, like, yo, you're going to be a star. You are something special. You guys ever seen something in someone that they didn't see within themselves? Type a 7 in the chat if you could think of someone like that. You saw something in them and they're like, really? Me? Me? You see that in me? Right? Your mentors usually do that to you. They see it in you. They see that version of you that you don't see yet. Every time. You ever have someone new that comes into your business, you're all, yo, you go to your mentor, you're like, yo, this person's about to kill it. This person's a beast. This person's this. And then they just don't do nothing. And then you got the other people that you're like, yeah, they just signed up. You know, they're kind of serious. Then those people go like P1000 in a day. And you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Me and Jess were just talking about this. She's like, had I known, I would have placed that person over here. Sometimes you got to see it for someone else before they can see it for themselves. Now, once you do see it, the organization will start to move in synchronicity towards a common goal because everybody sees the same vision. So in the Bible, it says, write the vision, make it plain, so he who reads it run. And I don't make up these things. It's really in the Bible. Write the vision, make it plain, so he who reads it run. So I want everybody after this call to write down your vision. My vision is, and be very specific with what your vision for success is. Make it plain, make a clear path on how you're going to get there. And the path might not go how you want, but it's okay. Make it plain. So when you read it, you run. If you have a vision for your team, write the vision, make it plain. So when they see it, they run. If your vision is, I'm going to get all 10 of you that are on my team to Platinum 1000, write it down, make it plain. I'm going to get all 10 of you guys to master Swipe Coin. Whatever it is, you got to be very specific. David Amanitia, he said on one of his calls, he said that success is very specific. And so you have to write down what success means to you. So right now, success means to me $10,000 a month, Chairman 10. That's what success is to me. Now, when I get to Chairman 10, I can almost guarantee you that success will then become Chairman 25. Write the vision, make it plain, so he who reads it runs. Right here it says, I am so happy and grateful now that I am a chairman. Chairman 10, 200, 200, 100. That's what it says. Very plain. Every single day I look at it. Every single day. When I wanted to get to the Platinum 2000 retreat, I remember there was a call that John sent when the retreat was, when we had to qualify, what we had to do, what the numbers were, and I wrote it down. And then I wrote it down once, and then I said, you know what? I'm gonna write it down on every week. So every week up to then, I wouldn't stop thinking about it. I had it on every week. I knew exactly. And guess what happens? 48 hours before I was about to go to the Platinum 2000 retreat, I was about 18 orders out from Platinum 2000. And there was no way that I was going to let everybody go to that retreat and me be only a couple orders out and not go to that Platinum 2000 retreat last year. And so I called John and I was like, what do I do? I called Leanne and Cruiser, what do I do? And they were like, well, do you believe? And I'm like, yeah, I believe. I believe I can do it. Right. And John said, well, if you believe, buy your ticket. So I bought my ticket. And so then I was on a plane, 8 orders out from P2K, 8 orders, and I couldn't go with them unless I hit Platinum 2000 by midnight. And so by the time I landed, I would only have had 6 hours to get 8 people started. 12 a.m. came around, Eastern time, refreshed the back office, Platinum 2000. I wrote down the vision. I made it plain. And when I read it, I ran. And that was the birth of mine and Shania's relationship. Yeah. I love you, Shania. Shout out Shania. Big P5C10 in the building. All right. So we have strength. We have action. We have vision. Now the next A stands for attacking every project. Attacking every project, you guys. You got to be a savage in this business when a project comes to you, and end it like you started it. Start it like you're ending. You got to finish strong. You got to attack these projects. I work like I'm trying to hit P150 on the daily, because I realize that at my level of leadership, I should have a 50% of taprooting, 50% of personally recruiting business. If I'm not hitting P150 on the daily, then how could I expect my team to do so? If I'm not attacking my goals relentlessly and setting big goals, how could I expect the people who are following me to do so? What if tomorrow, I want everybody to think about this. What if tomorrow you could hit chairman, if you could hit P150 today? What if I told you it's 6 Pacific time, 6:30 Pacific time, 9:30 Eastern? What if I told you by the time it hits 12 a.m. Eastern, if you hit P150 right now, you could go chairman tomorrow? Y'all go crazy. Ask ourselves, why don't we work like that every day though? You got to strategize, you got to plan, you got to organize, and then you got to execute. Strategize, plan, organize, execute, repeat. Strategize, plan, organize, execute, repeat. There was never, for me, I was like, you know what? I'll start building when I feel right, when I feel good. There's never a right time. Later becomes never. The most successful people in this world, they make decisions fast and they seldomly change their mind. So ask yourself, what is holding you back right now? What is holding you back? There's never a right time. You just got to do it. Like Nike said, you just got to do it, right? There's never a right time to go to the gym, but I just got to go. I went today. Look, one thing I learned drop a 1 in the chat if you guys have ever lost someone incredibly close to you. If you've ever lost someone incredibly close to you, a relationship, maybe you've actually lost someone, they passed away, family member, a parent, a sibling, a child, a friend, of anything. Okay. So all of you guys that are dropping 1s in the chat, you realize that life is fleeting, meaning that at any moment, any day, we could be gone. You could go a million different ways. And I don't like to think about that stuff because it's very morbid, but it's honest. And I realized that when my dad passed away, because my dad passed away at 44 years old on his 44th birthday in his sleep without warning. And I got the news about my dad passing away when I was in my freshman year of college, and we had just taken out $60,000 of Parent Plus loans together. So when he died, I inherited the debt. And that's why I've continued school. I never quit school. How am I going to quit on something that I had already inherited, the debt, right? And when my dad passed away, I realized that there was no thing in this world that was promised. And at any moment, you could go and you could be gone from this life, not knowing when or not knowing how it will happen. So why not live each day like it's your last? Why not try? Why not work to take action every single day like it's your last? Why not attack every single project like it's your last? It's a mindset. If you guys have that mindset that, if I could be the best version of myself today and I could hit all my goals, or I could at least go to bed and say, I did my best today. Shout out to Karen. She had me really thinking about this last week on the Life by Design ladies calls. She said at the end of the day, she asked herself, did I prospect? Yes, I did my best. Did I attack my goals? Yes, I did my best. Did I go and check in on my team? Yes, I did my best. Did I close someone today or listen to someone close today? Yes, I did my best. Did I personally develop myself today? Yes, I did my best. And if you can go to bed and you can say that, then you're on track. Whether you feel like you're moving forward or not, you're on track. So keep going. But if you could hit chairman tomorrow by hitting P150 today, you'd move a little bit differently. So stop waiting and just go for it. Stop waiting to ask the question to that person that you've been having a conversation with for weeks. And now the conversation's gotten to a place where you don't even know how to ask the question. Just ask. Just ask. Just go for it. Just do it. Don't look back, right? So we have strength, we have action, we have vision, and we have attack every project. Are you guys getting value? Type a 7 in the chat if you guys are getting value. You guys getting value? Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. So the G stands for great listener. I think this is one of the most underrated skills. A lot of people love to hear themselves talk, but you don't like to hear other people speak. And for me, I think one of the best qualities that I've inherited from my mentors is being able to listen, not just to respond, but to help, to solve the problem, to stay solution focused, to focus on what I can control and let go of what I can't. So I want you guys to start listening to your team talk. How does your team feel? How do you communicate? How do you solve your problems, let alone theirs? How do you help? You have to listen with the intention to really, really make that person a little bit better by staying solution focused and not dwelling on the problem, because there's going to be problems in this business. There is going to be problems. And it's something that you could either sit there and panic and freak out and call everybody and waste your energy and go all in and, you know, really, really, really dive deep into getting into the drama. Or you can look at it and say, okay, this is the problem. This is the solution A, and this is the solution B. Which one should we go with? And then move forward. Because we can't change the past, but we can plan to change the future so that the past doesn't repeat itself if it was negative. So emotional awareness is such a huge thing. And that brings me to E, emotional control. Your emotional intelligence and your awareness will take you places in this business far greater than if you allow the stress and the worry and the doubt. Anytime that I had a retracement in my business is when I doubted myself and I started to get emotional and I started to focus on all the things that I was doing wrong and all the things that weren't working and all the people that were leaving and all the people that were complaining. But meanwhile, I didn't realize that while I was dwelling on all the people that were not having a good time and all the people that were leaving my business, I was actually neglecting the people that were staying. And I was neglecting the people who wanted to get better. And I was neglecting the people who were ready for that next level. And I really mean it when I say this. I say this on every call. You got to run with the runners. I would rather run with 5 people than drag 75. I'd rather go back to P150 and run with the same freaking 3 people that are going to be with me than be here at P5 with people that I'm dragging. Now, I'm very thankful and grateful and blessed that I'm not dragging one person in my business. If somebody wants to leave, I say, bye-bye. See you later. Now, don't get me wrong. If there's a problem, I'll sit there and figure out, well, how could I have been better? You know, that's a conversation that I have with everybody that leaves my team. I call them and I say, hey, I know your decision was to leave and I'm not calling you to try to make you stay, but I did want to call you and reflect and just take a moment to ask you, how could I have helped you better? How could I have made this journey a little bit better for you, worth it for you? How could I have made this better for you? And most of the times when I make those calls to those people, I'll either get 1 or 2 responses. I'll get, Mandy, this is what you could have done better. And then I'll take it and I'll reflect and I'll do better. Or I'll get someone that says, Mandy, there's nothing you could have done. It wasn't a you problem. It was a me problem. And those people always come back to my business. They do. They always come back to my business. Shout out to you if you've ever left this business and come back. It's okay. That's great. That's amazing. That means that you found what you were looking for. You just need to go out, see if the grass was greener on the other side, but you realize, you know what? Grass is pretty green on this side. I just got to come and I got to water it. So I want you guys to monitor your emotions from a third person point of view so that you can identify why you're feeling those emotions and you can control your response. Right? This is something that you'll learn in the audio, Your Wish is Your Command by Kevin Trudeau. If you guys have ever heard that audio and it changed your life, type a 1 in the chat. Your Wish is Your Command by Kevin Trudeau. It's one of my favorite audios. He talks about this. He talks about emotional control. You don't want to waste your energy on negative people or opinions. So if you ever feel like you're like going back and forth, if your nails are ever doing this, ladies, on the keyboard in a negative way, you got to let those people go. Don't waste your energy on that. Men with their thumbs, or make sure you don't waste your energy on that. You need to be emotionally detached to the outcome of things. If this person signs up, I'm gonna be happy. If this person signs up, I'm gonna be sad. If this person signs up, I'm gonna be, whatever. It's like, yo, if this person signs up, they sign up. And congratulations to them, because they're in the best business with the best people, and you're welcome. You really got to look at it like that. If this person signs up, they just put themselves in position for success. I'm already in position for success. And so is every single one of you guys that's on this call. Almost 200 people on this call. Every single one of you guys is in position for success. So if somebody doesn't want to join your business, don't get emotional. Don't get emotional. Be emotionally detached from that outcome. They'll get it. It is an emotional roller coaster, though, trading. It is an emotional roller coaster, retracements. But there's going to be ups and downs in the market. But when things are going great, you got to be excited. And you also got to be like really, really grateful, because God will never give you something more if you're not grateful for what you have now. But when things are not going great, when things are going terrible, Matt Rosa said this on a call. He said, remember this. Number one is, this too shall pass. And the second is, nothing goes up all the time. I know everybody's hitting buy on Bitcoin, no stop loss gang, trying to see if it can keep going up, but can't go up forever, people. It's going to come down. It might go back up after, but nothing goes up all the time. But remember that when you're struggling and you're going through these things that you feel like are the end of the world, you're not the only one that's going through them. And you're not alone. This is going to pass. This is going to pass. That is when I seek mentorship. And when I seek mentorship, I don't just go to my mentors and go, oh my God, everything's falling apart and the world is ending. And oh my God, what do I do? I say, yo, this is my situation. What would you do in this situation? What would you do in this situation, mentor? And I get mentorship. I don't just go to my mentors complaining and bitching and moaning. It's like, yo, this is my situation. What would you do? This is what I was thinking of doing, but what would you do? So you guys got to have that emotional control. So let's go back really quick, just so everybody has it. So strength, S, action, A, vision, V, right? A is attack, G is great listener, and E is emotional control. Okay, so SAVAGE. Now, there are 4 major keys. Honey Morgan said this on a call. I love me some Honey Morgan. I like it when a leader be yelling at me. Usually I be on these calls turned up, but I'm at someone's house. I'm not trying to get too crazy. But you got to attack what you expect, meaning you got to go after what you want, what you expect. You have to reflect what you desire. You desire something, you got to reflect that. You got to become what you respect. I respect every single person that mentors me. I respect so many chairmen in this organization, and I become like them because I respect them, and I mirror them because I admire them. You got to attack what you expect, reflect what you desire, become what you respect, and mirror what you admire. Attack what you expect, reflect what you desire, become what you respect, and mirror what you admire. Now, I want you guys to remember something right now on this call, because I said it earlier. Imagine if you could hit chairman tomorrow by becoming a P150 today. Now, some of you guys, that made you excited, and other people that made you a little scared, a little nervous. It's okay. Your strength is on the other side of the fear you're feeling. It's like when you're working out and you sweat and you feel pain. That's weakness leaving the body. That's weakness leaving your body. So if you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. And if you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't ask the people on your social media that are watching your stories on a daily basis, if they're interested in getting plugged into what you're doing, yo, I got to plug you into what I'm doing. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. And if you don't step forward, you're always in the same place. So you got to personally develop yourself. He said, damn, y'all really couldn't be. Can you go back to G so I could, yeah, here you go. I love y'all. A, attack every project. G, great listener. I hope you good. And E is emotional control. I see y'all. I'm only going back because I'm a note taker too, so I get it. I get it. So I want you guys to really get in the game, right? Get in the game. Everybody type get in the game in the chat. I used to tell CJ all the time, yo, put me in the game, coach. I used to tell Leanne, put me in the game. Get in the game. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with is this. Right now, a lot of people in your life, they see you for who you are now. They don't see you for where you are going. They don't see that person that you envisioned. They don't see you for your future self yet. If you guys have never watched the video by Justin Owens, it's called Road to Seven Figures on YouTube. Watch that. Gives you a lot of belief. And in the beginning, people might not see your vision. They might not follow you. They might not see what you're doing and believe in what you're doing, but it's not what they call you. It's really who you answer to. It's who you answer to. So I want you guys to realize that. Just because someone has some preconceived notion or knowledge on who you were doesn't mean that they're dictating where you're going or who you are now. You can be whoever you want to be, but you got to get in the game. You got to be strong, and you got to take action, and you got to have a vision, and you got to attack every problem. You got to. You have to. You have to do these things in order to get to that level that you're looking for. You got to be a great listener, and you got to have emotional control. You got to be a savage. You got to be a savage. Hey, I got your mom turned. What's good with the mom? Yo, everybody type the word savage in the chat. Type the word savage in the chat. Because everybody on this call is about to go crazy. Crazy. I already know. There's like 175 chairmen on this call. Yo, there's 175 six-figure traders on this call. There's 175 good people on this call that are trying to help other people, genuinely help them with the intention of plugging them into something that will not only change their pockets, but it'll change their mindset. It'll change their life. You guys are savage. You guys are chairmen. I have 7 minutes, and I'm going to give 5. If anybody has a question, I'll answer 3 questions. So if you have a question and you want me to answer it, I am more than happy to answer. So if anybody else has a question at all, it could be anything. It doesn't have to only be about, oh, we got to plug my computer in. It could be a question about anything at all. And if there are no questions, then I'll just end it. But okay, how do you break the fear of being scared to talk to people? That's a good question. Okay, so for me, number one, I used to record myself. And I think the number one thing that helped me gain confidence in talking to people was mastering the presentation. The moment that I mastered the presentation, I started to feel more confident in the way that I moved, in the way that I talked. So how did I master the presentation? I used to get on every single op call, and I used to study what I liked and what I didn't like from different presenters. And then I used to practice. I used to get with 3 people that were in my team, and I used to pretty much just get on a Zoom call with them, and I would practice with them. So if you guys are feeling like you don't know how to talk to people right now, I would, number one, I would record yourself speaking. Number 2, I would really focus on, mastering the information. And the third thing is I would just start with the people that are closest to you, because at the end of the day, those are the people that love you the most and trust you the most. Most people will go to strangers first, but for me, it was just like repetition. And that goes into Alyssa's question, which is what helped you retain the info? It was just repetition. It was getting on the opportunity calls and hearing them every single day. Like hearing Kiani do the opportunity call every single day. It helped me so much. What are some of your affirmations? Some of my affirmations are: I am strong, I am powerful, I am a leader who leads leaders, I am developing leaders, I'm attracting leaders into my business, I am a chairman, I am a 6-figure earner, I am my father's daughter. I change them from time and time again. I'm working on really getting more specific with my affirmations, but every single morning when I wake up, that's the first thing that I do after I give thanks to God for waking up. I say my affirmations. So if you guys aren't doing that, I definitely would. when you were 8 away from P2K on the way to the P2K retreat, what did you say to those people exactly who started with urgency? Yo, I called them and I was like, yo, there's a huge promotion going on. Yo, I had to call you. It ends in like this amount of time. And to be real with you, I pulled money out of my pocket to give people for their trading account because I had that much faith in my business that I realized that I had to reinvest in my business to get people over the edge. And when you give people a promo and you give them urgency, it's like that is what gets people moving. So for me, I was like, yo, like, yeah, this is like, I think it was like $400 or something out of pocket, but it just made sense on why I would reinvest into my business because all of those people were like this close and I just needed something that was going to get them over the edge. So I incentivized them to take action right then and there by just offering them money. People can't say no to money. How do I reinvite and clean up my list if I blew most of it? I would just honestly like get with your mentor and I would strategize on how to reinvite those people the right way. So like one way that I would do it is I would just like hit them up and I'd be like, yo, like remember that thing that I mentioned to you a couple months ago? Like, yeah, yo, I gotta tap you into this. Like, this is no joke. Next level. You gotta check this out. Like when you guys are excited and you guys have urgency, it's very, very, very easy to get people excited. Yeah, exactly. Look, Kyla, shout out to Kyla. She about to smash a rank today. I already know. I already feel it. So, go and call him. Yo, there's a huge promotion going on. Like that, it ends in this amount of time. Like, get to it, right? And there's one last question that I'm going to answer, and then we'll call it a day. So this question said, "How do I deal with negativity? How do you move people past negativity to inviting them into the business?" I personally will relate to the negativity because people never want to feel alone. So if someone's like, yo, like, I don't know, like, that doesn't seem legit. Like, it seems like one of those things. I don't even think that'll work. For me, like, I'm always like, yo, like, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. There's power in you bringing yourself, feel, felt, found. Exactly, Kyla. That's why, girl, that's why you ranking up, sis. That's why you ranking up, baby girl. Come on. Feel, felt, found. So I would be like, yo, I feel you. Like I felt the same way before I got started. In fact, what I found was, and then I would overcome their objection. And then I would get them, those people that are super negative, I'd get them connected to someone else besides you because they're probably only that negative with you because they're familiar with you, because they're comfortable with you. So that's what I would do. I also just wouldn't feed into it. If people say things that they don't really even have the understanding behind, I always say like, what do you mean by that? Because most times people that's the cruiser line. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, oh, it's one of those things. Like, what do you mean by that? So that is really it. That's all I have for you guys today. Drop some sevens in the chat for yourself. Drop some sevens in the chat for every single person that stood on this call to the end. There's 155 people on this call. The people that start with you are not going to be the people that finish with you. But look, that's the beauty of this game. Like, that's the beauty of all of this is that we really, guys, we're really out here changing lives and we're really out here making an impact. I'm going to drop my Instagram in the chat once everybody stops with the sevens. I love y'all. You guys are so sweet. But I'm going to drop my Instagram in the chat. If you guys want to follow me, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. If you guys have a question at all, if you guys have anything at all that you wanted. I know some people were hitting me up that they wanted the slides. I did not make those slides just to stare at them all day. So if you want them to retrain your team, message me on Instagram and I will send you the slides. I will send you the Google Slides. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. There's an opportunity call right now at 7. Christian Borgia is about to kill it. So if you guys want to start becoming a little bit more confident, I would suggest hopping on there and just sitting on there and being a student and taking some notes. But shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody on my team. I love you guys. And I will talk to you guys later. I'll see you at the top because the bottom is way too crowded.